Matt Clark here at the new Matt Clark. How are each and every one of you doing on this amazing Tuesday? I'm doing great. My girl's doing great. My family's doing great. I hope each and every one of you are doing great, even though we're in another lockdown and the world is just kind of going crazy. If you could please hit that like button, if you could please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you get all my videos when they're new. If you could share with somebody on social media, help spread the message, help spread the word, that would be amazing. And there's a PayPal option if you'd like to donate, help support the channel. The link is in the description of all of my videos. So today, I'm going back to Joyceville, 2006, when I first walked in. So when I first got there, I went to 3A. I just happened to land on range with my brother, my older brother who I hadn't seen 11 years, who had done that much time already for murder. So already, I felt like, what kind of a situation am I in? There was something like 18 lifers on that block. It was a total lifer ring, okay? And there's this one dude, DJ. If you were in Joyceville 2006, 2007, 2008, maybe 2009, on the AB side of Joyceville, you know DJ. Initials DJ. Now he's a gay man, okay? Now, let me just explain something to you. Ontario is anti-LGBTQ in the provincial or federal system. In prison, anti. I saw a guy almost get killed later on in Joyceville over getting caught messing around with a dude. I've seen guys get treated really badly just because they're gay, even though they're not doing anything gay. But this dude, openly gay dude, walking around in a high security penitentiary, you know that he's a savage. On some level, he has to be. He's walking around there like in a situation where guys would normally get cooked. Why is he not getting cooked? Do people feel bad for him? These are the things that are running through my head, because you see other guys just getting cooked, but this guy's skating. Now, this guy used to love to get drunk. He'd buy PJ after PJ, and a PJ is a small peanut butter jar of moonshine. He'd buy as much as he can. He'd lock himself in his cell on a Friday or a Saturday night, and he'd stand at the bars, get drunk, and just talk crap to anybody who walked by his cell and try to convince young dudes to go drink with him. Now, this is super predatorial. I always saw it that way. We always saw it that way, me and my homies. And at the time, there was me and two other dudes that I was parring with on the block, real heavy aside from my brother, who I had just got with and I had not seen for over a decade. But these other two homies, we used to chill all the time and laugh and joke, and we used to tell each other, stay away from that dude. That dude is a predator, for sure. Well, one day, one of my homies decided, whatever, I'm just going to go smash some moonshine. It's not going to matter. So I come in the block. I see this guy standing at his door. We're like, this guy is a savage. This guy doesn't care. This guy is literally just there to drink the moonshine, and he's willing at all costs to just get a free drunk. We warned him. Now, this is where the story gets funny. Later on, it's maybe like 8 o'clock at night. He is smashed. Like, I'm talking smashed. Moonshine is fire water. You could light that shit on fire, blue flame, okay? He's blackout drunk, puking everywhere in his cell, blackout drunk. So literally like every half an hour, we decide we're just going to go check up on him, make sure that he's okay. 8:30 goes by, he's all right. He's hugging the toilet, but he's all right. 9 goes by, he's in his bed now, he's passed out. 9:30, everything's cool. All of a sudden, it's like 10 o'clock. And we go to make sure he's okay, because it's just about time to get locked up. We'll probably be able to check on him one more time. We just want to make sure that he's not going to choke on his own puke, because that's a risk when you're blackout drunk like that off moonshine. So we go open his hatch, and this dude, DJ, jumps off the bed. And this dude's on the bed like this, passed out. So I'm a young guy, and me and my homie, we're dying. We thought it was the funniest thing in the whole world. Like, obviously, if we would have caught him actually doing something, we would have fisted him up for sure. At the end of the day, we didn't know. We had no idea, and we just saw it as hilarious. But when this guy woke up, we're like, bro, you realize that we were coming and making sure that you're okay. And last time, one of the last times we opened the hatch, this dude jumps up off your bed. You're lying, bro. You're lying. Say a word, bro. This dude jumped off your bed, B. This dude was probably like giving you a pepper shaker, if you know what I'm saying. And, you know, this guy's a young guy. He doesn't know what to do. He thinks that we're pumping him up, making him want to go do something. At the end of the day, it's up to you if you want to go do something to this guy. I know if that was me and I was passed out drunk and somebody told me this guy had jumped off of my bed, I know what my reaction would be. It would be a bad day for that dude. But he decided that he didn't believe us. He thought we were just ball breaking. Man, so listen to this. This time goes past, and this guy never did nothing to this guy. Okay? Never. Overtime, never did nothing to him. He just wasn't cut like that. Wasn't that kind of dude. This is a dude from out in the bush. Not a real criminal. Got caught with some weed. Not a real criminal. Because back then, you get a couple pounds of weed, maybe like a strap or something, you're going to do pen time. For sure. Maybe even just like 4 or 5 pounds of weed. You may do pen time. So, this guy, I don't really know why he didn't do anything. But at the end of the day, I guess he doesn't want to validate that possibly something happened. Now, I don't really think the guy had time to do anything. I think if it was 10 more minutes, who knows? This guy was passed out drunk, and this guy's clearly a predator. But later on, this same dude, man, always talking weird. Like, he'd be drunk, and you walk by his cell, he'll say something. You're like, you'll call him on it. Oh, my bad. And eventually, this guy got ran off the block. But the creepiest dude I ever did time with, DJ, this guy looked like Jabba the Hutt. Now, he wasn't fat, but he was skinny fat. He had this big jowls, this flat, pockmarked face, big round face, just the most monstrous looking human being you've ever seen in your life. Now, I think honestly, Buddy probably would have been preyed upon. I think most likely we were being ignorant. We were thinking, nah, he's probably just checking on him. At the end of the day, this is prison. Who knows? You can't trust anybody, and maybe rape isn't happening, but who knows about what is happening? Who knows about what acceptable is happening? And you don't want to put yourself in any situation where you may be forced to do something. Like I said, Joyceville, back in the day, dude tried to force his cellie to do something. He came out, told the guy on the block. The guy said, yo, you got to do something about that. So what does he do? He pours pot of melted margarine on the guy's head. And as his skin and face melted off, smashed him in the common room with a baseball bat he had brought back from yard before they required you to go through a metal detector. This is like late 90s, early 2000s sometime. I wasn't there. My homie was there. That's some savage shit. Watching somebody's face melt off. I saw a guy get boiling water thrown on the back of his neck and the skin peel off the back of his neck. But nothing like a whole pot of boiling margarine over your head. Your face is literally gonna drip off on some real nasty, violent stuff. Prison is dangerous, man. Codes, principles, morals aside, at the end of the day, sometimes it could be just you and that person locked in a cell. Who knows the circumstances? And you just may have to protect yourself. You always have to be on your toes. And at the end of the day, that made me hyper vigilant now even. Even now, still to this day, am I hyper vigilant when I'm out in the community. I'm trying to spend time with my girl, trying to spend time with my family, but I'm just go. Look, boo. I think it helps me when it comes to driving because I'm hyper vigilant. I'm constantly aware of everything that's going on around you. but it definitely has an impact on your life. And it's from seeing crazy things like this dude. This dude is in a situation where if he would have got caught by anybody else but the one dude who he did that with, he would have been murdered. If that dude would have went to certain guys on the block and even just made a stink about it, he would have been murdered. But that dude didn't believe it. And that's the dude that has to make that decision. You never know who somebody is in prison. I've met some of the best people in my life in prison that I'm still friends with to this day. But not everybody you meet in prison is going to have the best intentions for you and may from the beginning be plotting. I suggest everybody knows what real friendship is. You can feel that. If you don't feel that, it ain't there. You constantly have to be worried about your own safety. And by being aware of that, that's what keeps eyes in the back of your head and makes you able to see what's going on around you. Because you literally get like a sixth sense where you can feel tension in the air. You can feel vibes. I can read people deeply because of the shit that I've been through in prison. Now, obviously, I share my stories with you guys so you guys don't have to go through these things yourselves. If I could snap my finger, nobody ever goes through prison. Nobody ever has to worry about being taken advantage of, extorted, beaten, killed. Nobody ever has to worry about being killed by staff, being neglected, doing years and years and years of their life for crime that really doesn't deserve that kind of a punishment. And that's what I do. But we just know how the world is, and that's just not happening, especially in 2021. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and sometimes that may land you in prison. At least by watching these videos, you may have an understanding of what to expect, and it will help the guys that are inside too, because guys aren't coming in green. Guys are coming in with a little bit of knowledge of how to behave. You know, it kind of bridges the gap a little bit. And when I was coming up in the system, we didn't have those opportunities. You know, I couldn't listen to anybody. I couldn't put on a video on YouTube and listen to somebody say, bro, it's not worth it. Somebody who I believed. You know, at the end of the day, prison is never worth it. And anytime you're there, your life is in danger. It's not necessarily from inmates. It could be from healthcare neglect. It could be from staff. Who knows? But your life is in danger. So anytime you're there, you have to improve on getting stronger, healthier, and better so you don't go back. Now, it's easy for me to say that. I went through the system over and over and over and over and over and over and over. But I'm hard-headed, and that's what I needed to learn. And I never had these videos. So my suggestion would be just be selfish. Be selfish. And make the decision that is best for you. Think about what you're about to do from the perspective of yourself at 60 years old. What would you at 60 years old think about this decision you're about to make? You can't make any decisions now irrationally. You can't afford to just end up in prison on some stupid shit. The world is going crazy, man. You need to be out here and prepared for whatever. That would be my advice. It's never worth it. Love each and every one of you. The new Mac.